All right. Jeremy, hello. Mikey, hello. Epic Legend, hello. DDP Gamer, you are our pony. Good job. The OK Man, aka Yidikus, how you doing? Neo, yup. Shu, hello, hello. Roar, hello, Roar. We will rock you, you. Okay, bet. Okay. Let me just go over to live scene. And let's just talk for a second before I bring everything else out. Because these new updates, I've had time to sleep on it. I definitely need coffee. Thank you, Emily. I love how she's just silently just doing this for coffee, and I'm just like, you could just say coffee, and I'll be like, yes, no, that sort of thing. But thank you. Hey, Shu. Hey, Zal. Hello, Neo. Hello, Roar. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a fantastic morning or evening. I know some of you guys, it's evening, so, just time zones, right? Am I right? It's cold down here, by the way. I'm in the basement when I do these, and it's snow outside. It is freezing, and the insulation isn't the best, but it's not bad. It's just like, it's like one of those situations where the room gets a little bit more affected than other rooms. But overall, I'm feeling better. I had some time to sleep on yesterday after the updates. So let's actually talk about Dragon Ball Legends and their new updates in full. And I'm going to gloss over some things because I've already covered a lot in the video, and I still believe my rant yesterday still holds true. I don't disagree with anything I said last night. I still believe that Bulma should have been the thing that they give out for free. It could have been done through missions. Like, it didn't have to be, like, for free. It just could have been, like, do some missions, get her to 14 stars. Cool. But instead, they gave us the title banner. And if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, I'll show you guys right now. So let me actually bring up Dragon Ball Legends for you guys, okay? So let me just go over to my DBL records. This is where I do all my recordings and stuff. This is also where I do all of my, gameplay for you guys whenever you guys want to see it. So, yeah, let me just also make sure that I get into the game. Turn on the heater. I wish. It's not that simple, eh? But yeah, guys, I'm doing great. So thank you guys so much for asking. Sorry, I've been just like, I have so many thoughts in my head. Like, originally, I was gonna do a PvP like equipment guide today, but ever since the new update, I had nothing more on my mind except, wow, what have Toshi and the devs done? And yeah, so let me just now bring up Dragon Ball Legends onto the screen for you guys, because you guys have been waiting patiently on that. So if we go, to, and my brain is like, yes, right. We go to status. Oh, whoops. I shouldn't have done that. Let me just do that. There we go. All right, the 1,000 Days of Legends. Thanks a ton. That title, that should have been the thing gated. Not the Bulma. Bulma should not be gated. As a unit, we want to play our units. We don't want to look at titles. I mean, we do, in a sense. It gives us pride that we have it when we have it, and then we don't care about it if we have it until a lot of people don't have it. Then all of a sudden we take pride in it, right? This is what should have been the gated thing, right? If you're going to lock something behind 1,000 days, lock a cosmetic. Don't lock a unit. Don't become EA. Don't become The Sims and then try to gate everything behind a paywall, or alternatively, just, like, making it exclusive for only certain players. And I say this knowing that I'm not going to get gated by this. Like, I'm not part of this problem. I'm not someone that is not going to be able to play Bulma Youth relevantly. She's coming for me. And, like, it won't matter, right? But I'm complaining on behalf of everyone that is new to this game. Everyone that has, like, hundreds of days to go. That's who I'm complaining for. This is not for me. I mean, this is for really just everybody else. I just recognize that this is a really shitty thing to do. So yeah, that's what I feel on that. So that's Bulma for you guys. And then let's go over the next fun thing. Because, yeah, we might as well, right? Let me just grab these really quickly. I want that. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I have to sell things. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Let's see. As a female Android main, I'm kind of sad that it's Bulma, lol. Like, listen, I love Bulma. I love all Whims. I love Whims equally, except for Ribrianne. She's the only exception. But otherwise, I love Whims, okay? No, I'm kidding. I even love Ribrianne, surprisingly. So, like, just don't at me. So, yeah, 1,000 Days of Legend, thanks a ton. How long do you think it would be? Oof. Alright, say goodbye to your ankles, Saitama. Yo, Eli, don't hurt me. Also, Lost Nico, hello. Sorry, I'm so sorry for getting, like, not even responding to you guys. Fresh, hello. Crud. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little bit all over the place today, just because of how, you know, how Legends has been updating. I'm back, Father G. Yo, welcome back, Epic. Yes, they are. Yeah, well then, Fresh, you won't have to, like, I'm mainly complaining for female warriors, like, players, as well as people that just want to play some really, really memey teams. Or alternatively, some good teams, because don't sleep on this Bulma youth. I actually expect to see her in some tournament play. Right? Actually, I'll do that later. Right now, I just want to go over this real quickly. So I haven't done any of this, and the reason why I don't do these on when they first come out is I like to wait till Season 2 of Guild Battles before I do it. I might make an exception today and just try out one of them just to see what it looks like. But let's go over to the exchange shop. Yeah, go ahead and speak your facts. Thank you, Lucky. I appreciate that. I really do. I also appreciate a lot of the kind comments that you guys have been giving me over the past, like, day. So, I appreciate that. And I see you there, Brawler. Halo says, hey there. Yo, hey, how you doing? I'll be mummified before I get that Bulma. I mean, Zal, you're probably not wrong, honestly. Okay, anyways. So, one of the things that I want to talk about this Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. One thing that I do want to say that they did well, okay? One thing I want to say they did well. And I think this is actually important to talk about so we don't completely, shet on the entire event. It's nice that we can pick certain characters for these Zenkai rewards, okay? And I say this knowing that, we're still missing out on Chrono Crystals and that we are still missing out on the first limited rush tickets. Okay? So I'm not saying that everything they did was great. Far from it. Still what I said yesterday holds. I'm angry. However, one thing they did do well. They gave us stuff like Majin Buu Good in this thing. That's awesome. The only thing that I found annoying about him is the fact that they only give him to you 15 times. Only 15. Not 20. Why? Why? But regardless, at least he's there, so you can at least Zenkai him to one stage higher, right? So if you're looking for someone to be like Zenkai 2 or 3, or maybe you missed out on 6, boom, he's there for you. So it's nice that they've given us options like this. It's just, it boggles my mind they haven't given us 20 times to use it on. Okay, but to be fair, though, at least these tickets, at least the tickets that you're spending on are the regular rush medals. So let's another thing we need to talk about. The regular rush medals are different from the Golden Rush medals for your Zenkais. This is good because it means it lets you separate your issue. It also means that you won't have to spend too much. So, like, let's take a look. It costs 60,000. That's actually fine. Because you will earn more than 60,000 in a run. At least you should. If you aren't, then in that case, they've really neutered this new event. Which in that case, that's a big problem. So, I haven't grabbed those tickets yet. Mainly because, and I'm going to be honest, the LF rates in the Rush Limited is garbage. The LF rates are garbage. I can't even stress that enough. They're actual hot garbage. I like the units that are in there because they put a whole bunch of relevant, even if they're older, they put a whole bunch of relevant units that not everyone has at 7 stars in there for people to potentially 7-star. The problem is, if you're going to do that, give us good rates. Or at least better rates than what you've given us. Because if we go over there, actually, let's just go over. Let's go over there right now. So you see what I'm talking about. And you could say, yeah, but this is a free-to-play banner. Yeah, but you still got to spend on it with your, not premium currency, but definitely limited currency. Do you see these rates? 0.020%. What is that? And then 0.050% if you're doing this version. So the consecutive summons. Right? I just have no words for this. And on top of that, like, I mean, look, we go over here, it's 9 for every 10 summons. You also have a chance to get a whole bunch of EXs and normals. I mean, heroes. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Duel Links. And, this is normal, like, but what I don't like is how irregularly you're gonna drop the actual characters you want, or that you need. And I mean, this wasn't, like, the best either, don't get me wrong, but at least for this one, it had a whole bunch of relevant units at the time of its release. Now it's not so relevant, right? But also, we earned these tickets for free. If you're not going to give us these tickets for free, like, as in, like, earning them through the stages and you have to spend on them each time, you got to give us better rates. You really do. And that only goes to show that they really were pushing. They're really pushing this one. They really want us to summon on this one. Right? They really do. But this is bait. So, and don't get me started with these. If you're summoning on the Super Master Packs, don't. Hold your Chrono Crystals. Don't do it. Just don't bother yourself. Yo, Blue Jay, I see you there. I agree, Jim. I 100% agree. It should have been 20 tickets. Oh my god. Hi, how's it going? Quick question. Should I stop doing discounted daily summons to save for Android 18? If you're looking for specifically Android 18, yes. I would definitely say stop doing discounted daily summons and focus on farming your CC for 18. I know that sucks to hear it from me, but I think that, that's a correct way to think. So, yes. Not all that disappointing, but they still could have done much more. I agree. For celebrations, this feels more like a letdown. Okay, I'm fantastic. How you doing? Imagine waiting 2 weeks just to get a red cell on your rush tickets. Yeah, exactly. And not even the good one. Anything for the world champion Hercule. Makes the whole thing not worth it, especially for free-to-play players. Dude, try to plus step kick on me. Sorry, Ja. The true way says they didn't even make 0.20% and just went with 0.020%. What the heck? Yeah, exactly. You got it, guys. You got it. All right, so let me just close this real quick. Sorry, let me just I want to open a Google Doc for a second. So just give me a moment. So I want to open a Google Doc. I really want to talk to you guys about the state of the game. 1 second. Let me just get it across, and then I'm gonna close the live scene so you guys can see. Imagine summoning on banners, right? Honestly, it's not worth it anymore unless you're a whale. Okay. State of the game. Okay. There's 2 modes. Tournaments, plus clans. Ladder. All right? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so you can, on Facebook, on a whole bunch of different social media sites, you can join tournaments plus clans and compete with what I would argue is the best of the best, the hardest players in the game, the ones that are truly at the top and not the ones that are just on the ladder. I say this because there's a very big difference. There's a huge difference. They're playing within tournament rules, so there are restrictions. Sometimes those restrictions also include the lack of Rising Rush. Another thing that you deal with in tournaments plus clans is that is where you're going to see stuff like 14-star LF Gogeta. So, not free to play friendly at all. Like, I'm not even kidding you. This is not free to play friendly. Like, stricter rules. Right? I think this is, that goes without saying. Much more competitive. Right? Yo, Abraham, how you doing? I've gotten lucky as hell with summons. I'm just missing a couple Legends Limited characters. Fair enough, Jim. Good job on that, by the way. Fighter Z was ruined when UI was put in. Every single game in ranked on Fighter said are a bunch of spineless cowards using UI. Someone on the Master Pack Z today and got Ella Piccolo. I'm honestly happy with the update, playing more casually. That's fair, Samuel. And that's perfectly fine, but you'll start to notice as you keep on doing those summons that you might not be as happy as time goes on, right? I think you got to understand that when you pull on something that you enjoy, it kind of clouds your better judgment. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be happy, because that's a good lucky pull. I'm just saying, when you pull on something like that, be aware that you beat the odds. Don't think of it as the norm. That's all. Two accounts helps also, lol. Yes, it does, Jim. Yes, 100%. It does help, but not everyone likes playing that way because not everyone wants to, split their characters, split their teams, and split their rankings on two different accounts. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for, right? Let's see. Tournaments plus clans, not free to play friendly, stricter rules, much more competitive. And I think the last one, more importantly, it's, well, dedicating a lot of your time to it. Without dedication to it, none of the other things mean anything. All right, let's talk about ladder. And before you guys flame me, hear me out when I write these things, okay? All right, why? Why is this more free to play friendly? If you are not new to the game, okay? If you've been playing this competitively for semi/competitive players, All right. So more free-to-play friendly for semi-competitive players. If you are not new to the game, you most likely have one whaled out team. This goes without saying. As you guys know, I have another account, which means androids and female warriors. And that team looks stacked. A whole bunch of 14-star units, but that account has $0 put into it, right? So when I say this for people that have been playing for a couple of months, not for people that just started. If you just started the game, lol, good luck. This game is awful to newcomers. Yo, Mr. Yo, Jin, prop hop on Twitch, but it's me. Yo, how you doing, Mr. Popo? I mean, yo, the way Eve. Thank you for the Twitch follow, by the way. I do appreciate that. I should probably still turn off my notifications there so it don't go off no more. Just because the sound is obnoxious right now. What ladder? So like PvP ladder. PvP ladder, sorry. That's why I don't suggest any of my friends to play this. Yeah, because this game, if new, is a commitment in of itself. Like, you need to spend months or days. Well, I would say more months. Spend months of your time catching up. So another thing, this game is at this point about catch up. You're playing catch up now. You're not playing with the rest of the rest of the meta. You're just constantly playing catch up, and eventually you will make it. But the problem is, playing catch up sucks and is not fun at all. Like, not even close. Why would you want to play catch up in a game where, you know, everyone else has the most stacked units imaginable? And the only thing I can think of is that you just really love Dragon Ball games, and you wanted something that you could play on the go, or you just wanted something that was different from your usual fighting game. In which case, welcome to my world. This is exactly why I play this game. I love this game more so than Fighters, and it's not because Fighters is a bad game. It's because, for me, specifically, I love the idea of using cards as a form of play. I love rhythm. I love the ability to, like, play a character in a way that it's a little bit more linear, a little bit more simplistic, but really plays out like a game of chess. I like that there is a reaction, but the reaction is all chess-based. And don't get me wrong, that's not for everyone, and I get that. But for me, this is something that is so different that it just drew me to the game, right? So, like, that's just one of those things. Mr. Pope was like, might as well play Grand Cross, it's more friendly. I can't keep up with it, honestly. I've been, like, I got burnt out of the game. And I think part of the reason for it was I was playing too many mobile games and I had to pick and choose, right? And as much as I like Grand Cross and I like Seven Deadly Sins, I just don't think it's the game for me because the loading time to get into the game is a nightmare. It's like a minute long. Well, I'm exaggerating. It's more like 30 seconds. But that doesn't change the fact that that alone burnt me out. Just having to load into the game. The constant 3D graphics and having to navigate everything 3D-wise also burnt me out. The amount of mini things that I had to do in that game burnt me out. Like, there's just a lot. And I'm not saying that's a bad game. I'm just saying that it's maybe something that I would have done on a console. It's not something I would have done on my phone, right? Anyways, hey, love the stream, by the way. Also, don't you hate it when Gora shows off their accounts? I just think it's kind of snobby, but also turns away new players, knowing there is always a big whale like him. So, Jack, I agree with some things you said. I don't agree with everything. I don't think he's being snobby. Let me tell you from my account. I have a friend, or at least an acquaintance at the very least, but I consider this person a friend, named Tiny Whale. Okay? And Tiny Whale is a megalodon. If you don't know what that means, is that he would give Goresh a run for his money. Man's got 14-star everything. At least last time we talked. Okay? And I like this guy. He's a nice dude. And he's super competitive as well, right? So, great dude. And I don't think that they're being snobby. They're just doing a lot of things that they love. But I also agree what you said about Goresh being an influencer. I know you didn't say it, but it's basically implied, right? Because you said that he's showing it to other people online, right? And yeah, that is a problem in of itself, because that will scare new players away from the game. So you're right about that. I'm just saying that I don't really see it as snobby as much as oversight. I just don't think that Goresh realizes the harmful impacts he has on the game. And I'm not saying that he's completely harmful, because let's be real, he does a lot of good for the Dragon Ball Legends community. I just think that he is a little bit disconnected from the free-to-play community. And let's be real, the free-to-play community is the bigger community, right? So this is exactly why I decided, despite having a, more, I wouldn't say pay-to-play, I would say it's more of a casual Dolphin account. I also have at least one free account, so that way I too can suffer with you guys and see where the true sufferings are and where it's kind of just a you problem. So whenever I talk about, like, you guys are, let's say, bad at the game, or let's say you're not spending your Chrono Crystals properly, I talk about it based upon the free-to-play account that I have. And I'm pointing over there because Emily is holding the phone that has that account, right? So it's just me just signaling to it. And it's not me to try to put you guys down. It's me to explain to you guys, maybe not in the best eloquent way, but in a way that, sometimes it is actually the player's fault for why they don't have enough Chrono Crystals, or why their units are not good, or why they don't have enough stars, blah, blah, blah. But I agree on some parts, like, this is exactly why I wanted to join the free-to-play community. I want to stay connected with you guys. I want to make sure that whatever I say, it is in reflection to you guys. Whenever I do events, it still reflects you guys, right? So when you see me do Just Try to Surpass Me, I try to keep it as free to play as possible. And so I'll even use the same units on the same two accounts, making sure that they are free to play, right? And when I do that, it's because I think about you guys. And I'm aware that not a lot of players do that, and especially Goresh. He does not think about the free to play community. He doesn't have to, right? His account is whaled out for a reason. He's there to, enjoy the game and to deliver us what I would think he thinks is entertaining content, and as well as information. He's very good at giving information. I just think that it's still very disconnected from the rest of the people around him, and that can be a problem at times. All right. Yeah, exactly. He puts a lot of info out. But one thing that I would definitely say, guys, is that Goresh is not a good source of information when it comes to newer characters. And why do I say that? And before you guys flame me on that, I think here's the next problem with Goresh. Because he's not in tune with the free-to-play community, he oversees the value of certain units, at least in terms of how he titles his videos. At least in terms of how he describes certain characters and how good they are when he showcases them. And I don't think he forgets. I think it's just that sometimes it's hard to not think the way he does when he sees his 14-star characters shredding opponents. Like, for example, when the 3 dogs came out, Bergamo, Basil, and Lavender, when they came out, he said they were really good and don't sleep on them. But the only one that was even remotely relevant ever was Bergamo. So, like, I think he oversees some of those things, and that becomes problematic. Because that's false information. Another thing that I'm going to harp on him and actually, even slam him for is talking about UI, about his technicality, and how if you play him properly, he's a higher tier. No, that's not how tiers work. And I'm going to slam him for that one. When you play a character, if you play a character poorly, he is still wherever he is on the tier. You're just bad at playing the character. If you play UI correctly, he is still a tier 1 character. He is not mid S tier or low S tier. He is still tier 1. Because the same argument applies for every other character. So if I'm playing Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth Legends Limited Zenkai 7, and I play him horribly, he's not a S tier character. He's still the top of the entire game. And I'm saying this a little bit angrily because I think someone like Goresh should not be saying stuff like that. Should not be using an opinion to validate as fact, especially since he is an informational YouTuber on the more competitive side. So I think that was very damaging when UI came out and he decided to make a video talking about how UI was somehow mid-S tier if used correctly. And I'm going to have to say it, but that's bull. That's absolute bull. So, you know, let's take for example Super Baby 2 in Fighters. I'm assuming the character is really broken. I'm assuming the character is really good. That doesn't make the character low tier just because you play him bad. It makes you a bad player. Like, I don't care how much Goresh is loved. I love the dude. I think he's still the homie. But I think he's not thinking when he does some of the things he does. And that's bad for this game. It's bad for this community. Done. It's simple as that. Well, yeah, okay, and listen, Abraham, I think it's really, really important that as a YouTuber, we stay connected with our audience, right? This is why I love hearting all of your comments if I can. It's why I love responding to all of you as much as possible. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. I know that it's going to get harder as time goes on, but I'm going to still keep at it. This is why it's important to make sure that I play along with you guys, even if I want to be playing at my own pace in my own version, right? I want to have access to what you guys struggle with. And so far I haven't been struggling. And the reason why I haven't is because, I'm very, very good at what I do. I'm very good at, spending my chrono crystals or my money in a much more concise and manageable way. And I'm trying to teach that to you guys too, so that you don't feel like you're left out. But then I worry about the new players, the ones that just have started. How am I going to get them to be able to play this game? Because that's a problem. That's I think, the biggest problem of all. The newest players are the ones going to get the most shaft. And listen, I think one of the biggest things... Yeah, go Pigeon. Just attend your Spanish class, and when I see you, I'll see you, okay? Don't worry about it. I think it's important to be able to give to both sides. I want to be able to talk about the whale side, but I also need to talk about the free-to-play side. I think both communities need to be represented, but I also believe that if they're both being represented, then the YouTuber needs to stick with that community and try not to speak for everyone. Because another thing that Goresh does is he speaks for everybody. He speaks generally. He should not be doing that. This is not the same situation. Do you know why? Okay, so yeah, I need to ask you guys, because like, I need to ask you guys. How many of you guys have been watching my top 10 videos? I need to ask. So if you guys could just say in the chat, how many of you have been watching my top 10 videos? It's okay if you haven't. I'm not here to flame you. I'm asking for just like, for those that have, just say yes in the chat so I can just see how many of you guys have done it. And then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions in regards to that, because I want you guys to see something specifically. If I were to do it Goresh style, okay? If I were to do that top 10 Goresh style. Yo, thank you. Okay, perfect. I've been watching all your vids. I have. Okay, cool. All right, guys. I actually have the top 10. Yeah, the top 10 colors. So, like, so far, yellow and purple. By the way, red is coming out today. I am releasing the red video today. I've been working. Yeah, the top 10 color. Yeah, okay, so perfect. I know not everyone has, but it's fine. I'm not here to like flame you guys who has or who hasn't. I just wanted to get to know. Okay, perfect. So a lot of you have. So if you guys remember, Yellow Gogeta, the Legends Limited, you guys remember that one. I put him at number 7, right? But I did that knowing that he was 3 to 6 stars. Yeah, that's fine the true way. Listen, just the yellow one. Just use the yellow one for reference. The Legends Limited, Zenkai 7, not the Zenkai, what am I talking about? Legends Limited, Yellow Gogeta, the yellow one. If I put everyone at 14 stars, as, you know, Goresh would most likely have them, Gogeta would have been the number 1 character on that list, despite how powerful Android 18 is. I would have put Gogeta at number 1 simply because Vados with Gogeta is banned in tournaments. Did you guys know that? Vados plus Gogeta, not okay. You're not allowed to do that. That's OP. That is OP. And I say this knowing that, you know, I put him at number 7, but I did it because I have to represent the community in the best way possible, in a way that it makes sense, you know, for the most people. The moment you have Gogeta done in such a way, he becomes better than even our number 3, which was the one that replaces him, which is the Zenkai 7 God Vegeta. And you guys are thinking in your head, holy shoot, wait, what? Yeah, that's right. That Gogeta is better than basically all the Zenkais if you had him at 14 stars. So if you go back and I talk about his cons don't matter when his damage is so absurd at 14. So, yeah, exactly, Shu. Except you actually don't play that team. No. When you're playing tournament and clans, one of the strongest teams in the meta currently, and I kid you not, you could play a combination of Gogeta plus Vados plus Red Revival Cell / Topo. Bold. Which color Whis? Red. He's a red unit. This is mainly what you're actually gonna be running. This is the team. You mainly see Topo, though. But you can also see Whis. Technically, I should put Whis on here, because you do sometimes see Whis. This is a haphazard team, but this team, if he's at 14 stars, his damage murders Zenkais. His damage is insane. With Vados, he can recover 700k health per switch in. 700k, that's almost 1,000,000 health. Think about that. And I'm talking about the yellow Gogeta, so the Legends Limited, LL Gogeta, right? So when I made my top 10 list, I made it in representation of the ladder, so of the PvP ladder. My top 10s cover the PvP ladder, not competitive tournaments. Which I think is more relevant. Yeah, the true way, yes, that's crazy. Finally, some love on Gogeta Blue. Yeah, Nairo D, listen, I'm not some sort of pleb that doesn't realize how powerful Gogeta Blue is. Yes, he has his cons, but it's not it's not the same way, you know. It's not in the way that, you know, I hate the character. He's good because of how he's played off in clans. He's good because of how he plays at higher stars. The fact of the matter is, we just don't have him at high stars yet. At least the majority of the player base. But the moment you do, and you play him on a team like this, he's going to decimate people. He's going to heal literally a quarter of his health pretty much per switch in because of Vados. You have just a monster of a tank that just won't go away. And on top of that, he just ignores any sort of, cover change, meaning he'll just plow right through you. He will look at you, and even if you put your mother in the way, he'll plow through both of you. Yeah, Nairo D, listen. His only problem is his defenses. But when he's 14 stars, who cares about defense? He has one of the best stats in the game, just period. So Nairo, listen, I speak from like a tournament's perspective. Legends Limited Gogeta is insane. In a ladder perspective, yeah, he's not as good. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's not as good. Why no Among Us stream? So Harry Skilton, I've been taking a break from Twitch for a while, Harry, and it's mainly because I needed to take a mental health break. So if you guys don't know, I had taken a break around December, January, like taking a long extended break to bring myself back to this. Okay? Listen, Zal, he has already plowed mine, okay? He plowed my butt, he plowed everyone's butt. Oh yeah, I know, Shu, but Whis is not as important. They would rather have a tank along with Gogeta as a secondary tank and Vados as the support. Mainly they run Topo with Vados and Gogeta because they all get buffed by Vados. Yo, Nairo D, if they give him a platinum equip, they would have to start banning Gogeta in tournaments. They would have to. Gogeta in tournaments, it would just be straight, flat out, not okay. Or alternatively, they have to forever ban Vados. So let me just actually go over this. Vados is banned in most tournaments due to synergy. Yeah, exactly, Nairo. You got it. Yo, thank you, Harry. I do appreciate that. I just, I want to be honest with you guys, and I'm sorry for like disappearing. I didn't take care of myself, and I will slowly come back to Twitch. I just, Harry, it's just like one of those things. So I do appreciate those kind words. I just didn't take care of myself properly. That's really just on me, but I'm slowly getting back into the groove. So you will see me again. Don't worry about it. I should probably fix that. Listen, Nairo. Once you play in tournaments, Gogeta doesn't even feel like not a tank. He actually feels like a tank. I'm just gonna be upright and say it, Nairo. I don't know if you've ever played like a high competitive clan tournament, but if you have, this dude right here tanks. He tanks because Vados is dumb and because Topo can bail him out when he needs it. Yeah, exactly. And Nairo, you're right. Like, Gogeta Blue has to lack somewhere. If you don't lack somewhere, your kit is maybe too much. Your kit's maybe way too much. Nah, okay, there you go, Nairo. So listen, in tournaments, LL Gogeta, he's just busted because Vados. And so they've had to like ban Vados in a lot of tournaments. Yo, absolutely, Kieran. And if you guys want, I can make a video on how to start Dragon Ball Legends if you're an absolutely new player. Like, I will go through the steps a third time if I need to, just to see what it would take to be semi-competitive or even like somewhat competitive in Dragon Ball Legends as a free-to-play player in 2021. And obviously that video wouldn't come out in like a flash. I would actually have to build up and see how long that would actually take. So yeah. I don't want to be negative, and I love DB Legends with all its ups and downs, but eventually, when do you think this game will start to decline eventually? So, Jack, I'm going to be honest with you. The game has already been on a decline, but the game has been steady. Steady with new recruits. So, even though it's been on decline, so it's been going down, right? It also gets a fresh new set of eyes. So what does that mean? So this means that the game has stunted in terms of an increase in players. So it stayed relatively the same in terms of how many players are playing this game at a time. Meaning, I gotta put the apostrophe, my bad. Yeah, Nairo, try it out. It's dumb. It's absolutely dumb. You should try out Gogeta Blue with Vados and Topo. It's like Android 18, Vados, and Topo. Do you know why people are playing Android 18, Vados, and Topo? Because they want to simulate what that you can do with Gogeta on the ladder, since you can't do that with Gogeta in ladder, as you could in tournaments. All right? Phil, I don't want to see another Blue Zenkai come out in a very long time. I'm sorry, Bram. I don't control what Toshi does. So yeah, this game is going to live for quite a while. It's not going away. It really isn't. Whales are not enough to keep the game alive, but because of how much new players we get, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. We're like we're gonna be here for a while. They haven't even touched the Dragon Ball Hero yet, lol. They haven't so many characters for the game to continue to live. Yeah, exactly, Lost Nico. You're right. And they can reskin. So yeah, that's how I feel about the game currently. Where do you go to get into tournaments? Is there like a website? Facebook. Facebook, join a clan, talk around. A lot of tournaments and a lot of like and when I say tournaments, I mean official tournaments hosted between the Japanese community and the North American community. You definitely, it's harder. You would need to have Facebook. You'd have to look for Dragon Ball Legends like clans, and it's not something that you can just easily get into. I hate to say it, but it's very exclusive. And I say it's exclusive because unless you know how to get in, it's very hard to find it in the first place. And I have reservations about sending you guys there, and I say it because I don't want to compete in it. I really don't, because it's a whole different ball game, and it's not something that would bring me joy in this game, so I decided to stay away from it as a result. Bro, I got Spirit Bomb Gorky to 7-star because I thought he was going to get a Zenkai. I got him to 14 stars just so I could see the from 2 to 14 stars. I just wanted to see like the progress of the stars go in one go, just to see it in all of its glory. And I did that, and it was great for like a hot 5 seconds, and I stopped, and I was like, oh, that's great, and I'm done. So, yeah, Vegito, all I'm going to say is you can find it on Facebook. Beyond that, I don't really feel like I want to go any further into clans and tournaments. Find tournaments on Twitch. Find tournaments, on Facebook. If you really want the really competitive ones, look on Facebook. Don't look on Twitch. Twitch's tournaments are fun, but that's about it. They're just fun. They don't represent competitive in any shape or form or way because there are literally no rules other than decide amongst yourselves, do you want a Rising Rush or not? That's garbage rules. It's actual garbage. They have tier lists, they have ban lists in actual tournaments. So, yeah. I watched D-Free and all the Legends YouTubers 1,000 Days videos, and all of them have no problems with bulk. Bulma being locked behind 1,000 days of login. Yeah, well, that makes them problematic. That's actually a problem. They should be bothered by that. And you know why they're not bothered by that? Because they are day one players. They are not thinking about you guys. They're thinking about themselves. They think, and who has logged in for 1,000 days? Me. I have. Ja, that would be me. Oh, yo, awesome Epic Legend. Maybe Discord. Wait, Jim, what are you talking about? Maybe Discord. Sorry, oh, tournaments. Oh, yeah, tournaments is another one. Yeah, for Discord, yes. But you would get the Discord through Facebook, right? So you would go to Facebook, you would join the clans, you would join their Discord servers, and you would do tournaments through their Discord. If you got any Discords through Twitch, and they aren't people like Tiny Whale or other people like that, those tournaments are not competitive. They're just not. Yo, so Sensei, one thing to point out. They did say they were going to move the CC somewhere else. They just haven't brought that new event for the CC, which I think is garbage. The new revamp for Rush, the Ultra Space Time Rush, good and bad. I again, I hold reservations about saying it's good, but I don't think it's all that bad. I just think that 500cc takeaway was just complete cap on their part. Like, they were capping hard. And I think I'm going to say it, Toshi's a monkey butt. Once again, he has proven to me that he literally pulls shit out of his ass. Yeah, I'm just going to have to swear at this point. And just fling it at us and say, that's good content, right, guys? Guys, that's good. This is what you want. You want my poop. You want my poop. Here's my poop. Remember how I used to run Dokkan and then I left and then the game got better? Here I am. Here's some more poop. Enjoy. Here's poop. Here's poop. You want it? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know. So, yeah. Yeah. I just... Oh, so the true way, the Just Try to Surpass Me tickets, those were for the Majin Despair banner. So we got 2 free tickets on that. Oh, and let's actually talk about Just Try to Surpass Me. Just Try to Surpass Me. The new version was garbage. Hot garbage. Where the feck is the CC? It's all good, Shu. Don't worry. I keep my swearing to a limited. To the absolute limit. Anyone can tell you that. I just sometimes get very passionate. And when I do, sometimes I slip a little. But otherwise, I'm very good at controlling my feelings and my emotions. But yeah, Kieran, I have to be savage. I mean, listen. One day, maybe I'll become as big as Rhymestyle. Maybe I'll never be as big as that. Maybe I'll be even bigger than that. I don't care, right? But one day, maybe I'll be talking to Toshi himself. But yeah, if you think that I'm gonna stop and cut down on what I say about him, he's gonna have to make improvements for me to want to do that. Without improvements, I'm gonna stay savage, and that might mean that he will never invite me if I ever become big enough. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to be invited in a fiesta of jerking off to their own preconceived notions of achievement. Because I don't want to be a part of that. If what they think is good is what they're doing. I'm sorry, but I have to say it the way that I'm saying. It's just, I'm so irritated. Any unit that has the Sun family tag, I don't want them to get a Zenkai. I don't care how much they deserve it. No more Zenkais for Goku Simulator. See, thanks. Then I didn't miss anything big. Yeah, there you go. Is every single thing Toshi's fault? I thought he's just representative and can't really do much. That's what I've heard. So, Lost Nico. Let's talk about Toshi, because I think that's interestingly important. Toshi and why he gets flack. Or however you spell flack. He represents the devs and their decisions. When we attack Toshi, it is implied that the devs get attacked by our comments too. Okay? Okay. So we'll go back to just try to surpass me in a bit. And I will I will talk to you, Vegito, about the whole CC thing. So I will in a moment, okay? Just give me a moment. I just want to talk about Toshi and why he gets flack. Okay? He oversees the projects that the devs come up with and gives them ideas to create. This means he is accountable for their actions too. Yo, Mubashir, how you doing? Yo, thank you, Sensei. I do appreciate that. So yeah, this is why Toshi gets flack, Lost Nico. So I hope this explains to you why I say Toshi, but what I really mean when I attack Toshi, I'm attacking them too. This is why I sometimes say Toshi and the developers, because sometimes people don't realize that when I say Toshi, it means globally everyone. Everyone behind these dumb decisions needs to be called out. And the reason why Toshi gets called out a lot is because he is the face. He doesn't, yeah. He doesn't have full control. He has control of ideas, not actions. So that's important. He has control of the idea flow. He does not have control of the actions the developers take. So let's not misconstrue this. But he is still accountable for their actions. Because whatever ideas he gives out, if they are not detailed enough, if he doesn't explicitly say what he wants out of those ideas to become in terms of actions, then yes, it's on him when they decide to do something stupid. Yes, he needs to put his foot down when they decide to do something that would gravitate towards too much money grabbing. There has to be a balance. It's fine for you to want to make your players spend. It's not fine, however, to make your players feel like they have to spend. That's the difference. That's the big difference with mobile games. But there are no regulations in place for a lot of these mobile games, meaning they can get away with whatever the frig they want, which is stuff like this. Yo, OP Mamba, how you doing? I see you there. Hello, Alex GS. How you doing? I see you there in the chat. I'm worried about having Gorash and D-Free there because I don't know their opinions on how they feel about how the game is being handled. I'm afraid that the way that they might think is not as scrutinizing as the way I think. Which I guess in a sense is fine, but I also believe that we need to be a little bit harder on Toshi right now. Yeah, I know, Lost Nico. So, Lost Nico, if ever you see a comment like that, just assume, hopefully assume that they know that they're also referring to the developers as well. Whenever we talk about this, we talk about the devs too. That's all. right? Toshi equals devs, basically, is all I want to say. So we attack both. There. I'm in South Africa, and the prices on Chrono Crystal are just damn, like, real damn. Yo, I feel you. I feel you, okay? I'm so sorry that how far is anniversary? Oh, don't even start. Please don't. You guys, in my opinions, are literal garbage. Like $40 for 2K like what? Yeah, that's absolute garbage. It is the worst, one of the worst things I've seen in a long while. Violent. What's up, dude? And what did I miss? A lot. Guys, do you guys want me to put this as a doc for you guys to see in the stream, after the stream? So what happened with Toshi and Dokkan? He left. Either he left, I don't know what exactly happened, but I know that what we do know, okay? What we know is that he left Dokkan. And then they got a new director. And then the game got better. Like, infinitely better. And it kept on getting better. So we make a lot of memes that it's Toshi's fault. And honestly, a good leader creates better developers. A bad leader creates worse developers. And this is why Toshi has to be held accountable. Because it is his idea flow. It is his decisions that affect how developers create certain things for our community. So to say that Toshi is infallible or that he shouldn't get as much flack as he gets, I disagree. I really do. OP Mamba, I'm going to say this right now. You still got to play the new USTR. Don't skip it. Don't skip it just because it doesn't have Chrono Crystals. It's still very relevant. It's just not relevant in the same way anymore. But I would say it's more relevant now for free-to-play players and new players than it has ever been in the past. So just be aware of that. So I wouldn't say skip. I would say more so be annoyed. Okay? That's all. Yes, please. Yeah, but they'll make it's only view only, yeah. I only make it view only. So that way you guys can have it, you can see it. So yeah, I'll post this document after the live stream is done. I will eventually post this in so that way you guys have access to it too. It will be in the description. If you guys want to know where my Discord is and all the other stuff, if you haven't joined that too, it's all in my... What? Okay, sure. So I should share it now, then? Yeah, sure. State of the game. There. Save. And then, let me see. Got it. And then, should I just copy link? Yeah. And let me just go to my YouTube real quick. All right. Here we go. Let me just put this in. Edit the video real quick. Sorry, guys. Just give me a moment. And then I'm just going to put this in for you guys so you guys can see it. There you go. And let me just save this. And now you guys have access to it too. So if you want to follow along with me as I write things, you can. So there you go. Now you have access to it. And I'll respond to those 3 notifications in a moment. Why is stage 50 boo so hard? So Zeno the Omni King. If you're struggling with the stage 50 boo, check out my video. And then on top of that, learn how to float drift. So to float, to drift. I call it the drift because of deja vu memes. I like Deja Vu is the best song in the world after Never Gonna Give You Up. Some people, yeah, do you guys want me to make a USTR video? Because maybe I need to do that. Man says 20 million HP. Check out my video if you haven't already. I didn't do it properly, Phil G. Wait, did I not? We have to get request access. Oh, we messed up, Emily. Sorry, guys. 1 second. We'll fix that. Let me bring it to the other side just in case. Yep. Oh. You didn't tell me that, Emily. Sorry. Don't speak English. Yes. Sorry, guys. I'll give you the new link. Sorry about that. I apologize. Thank you for letting me know. Why can't I save? Emily, it won't let me save.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Probably because the link was the same.
Oh, okay. Tell me if you guys can get into it now. Okay, so a USTR vid is going to be on its way then. So then, how about this? I will make one today, and then I'll post the red video eventually today or tomorrow. Like, real talk, no bias, do you think Dokkan will last longer than Legends? I know it has a lasting player basis because of new players, but also because Dokkan has had a better overall direction. So, Jack, to be honest with you, I don't know. The reason why I say this is because Dokkan is a older game. That's the reason why I can't say. If they started at the same time, however, then yes, I do believe that Dokkan could last longer than Legends. But because of the way that they started, the way that when they started the game versus like when Legends started, it's hard to say now. It really is. And I say this knowing that you guys are seeing the stuff in Legends and you're like going like, this is crazy. How are they going to keep players? But they are keeping players. So just pointing that out. They are keeping players. Players are playing this game. There are new players coming to this game. So I don't know. I wish I could answer that, Jack. I really wish I could. Okay? I'm sorry that I can't say something any better than that. Okay? But I don't want to lie to you guys and pretend as if I know everything. I don't. I only know as much as I can, and that prediction is just beyond me, unfortunately. Do you think my team can beat Boo? What is your team, Zeno? What is your team? Super Boo, Trunks Youth, go on Super Saiyan. Yes, that's fantastic. You can easily do that. If your Trunks Youth is Zenkai 3, Zenkai 6, or Zenkai 7, you'll be good. Just make sure the Zenkai Soul Boost panels are there, and learn how to drift, aka the float step. If you don't know how to do that, check out in the advanced guide that I have in my description, Zeno. I don't have signed Goku. Goku, do you think I should summon on the Boo banner to try to get him? No. What team do you run? Langa, what team do you run? Do you run Saiyans? Do you run God Ki? What do you run? What is your main team? What are you focused on? Are you free to play? If you're free to play, only focus to 1 to 2 teams and make sure they share tags. As in, do not play, let's say, androids and Saiyans. That's a bad idea. If you're going to play androids, play something like Regen or play Female Warriors. I'm actually serious. Thoughts on Super Saiyan Broly? Which one, Nairo D? The new one or the old one? Like the LF or the new one, the yellow powerful opponent? I just want to double check. I'm fantastic, Lewis. How you doing? The LF Boo banner is so dog, says Vegito. I mean, it's not bad, actually. It's just not great if you're, like, it's great as a collector's edition or as a regen buffer or a Saiyans buffer. It's not good if you're not playing those teams. Mostly God Key free to play. All right, then, Longa. If you are free to play and you are playing God Key mostly, skip the banner. UI will come back. Skip the banner. Don't summon on it. Wait till you get more God Key units that are relevant. Okay? Don't waste your Chrono Crystals here. Do you have Zenkai Blue Goku? Do you have Zenkai Yellow Vegeta? Do you have at least like something like that? Do you have Champa? Oh, the yellow powerful opponent HP buffer. Okay, Nairo. Nairo, if we're talking about the new one, he's invaluable to the team as at least a bench. At the very minimum, he's going to see play in the bench. Why? Because an HP buffer for a global HP buffer is awesome. Let's be real. There's a reason why Mai still sees play in the bench on meta-relevant future teams. HP buffs are awesome. We like them. They're good. They also synergize well with good defensive equips. Like, that's obvious. Yeah, but I still believe that Broly finds himself in a better place than DKP longevity-wise. In terms of, like, kits, They're similar in terms of like how efficient they are as new characters. But on the long run, I see Broly outshining DKP only because of HP. How about on Super Saiyan? If we're talking about Super Saiyans like as a team, there's no need to bring in the yellow Broly. Why would you? You don't need a yellow on Super Saiyans. You really don't. You can. He's a good cover change unit, and I do believe that you might see him, but there's no need. You have enough color wheel units that there's absolutely no need for it. And that's another misconception, guys. On the ladder, and I'm going to have to caps lock this. You do not need every color on your team to be successful. No, Isaac, I do not. I saved some of my stuff. Isn't Z6 the level for 18? Minimum. You need a yellow on Super Saiyan. What's the best yellow Super Saiyan for it? LF Gohan Armless. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you don't need a yellow for Super Saiyan. But you can. You can have a yellow for Super Saiyan. I think, Nairo, that's the big thing. If you check out a lot of the top 100 players, most of them run a team like this. And I gotta be perfectly honest with you. It's SSJ Bardock. We got whatchamacallit. My brain just fried itself. SSJ movie Goku assist Vegeta. We got Super Gogeta. We have my brain just fried itself. So bad right now. My brain is like gone. Why is my brain gone? We have Angie LL Goku. Right, so this is 4 so far. We have sometimes, not always, but sometimes, EX Android 14. And then we also have sometimes Green Zenkai Broly. Or as I like to call him, Borly. This is a very common team to see. Just this alone. Just that alone. And I'm talking about Super Saiyans, not Saiyans. In Saiyans, usually we'll see a change where we'll also see Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the top 100 players. I've been keeping track of the top 100 players for the past 5 seasons. So I know what I'm talking about here. Exactly. No one brings a yellow. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point, Nairo. It's why yellows don't matter in Super Saiyans. It's not because I think that they shouldn't run one. It's because right now there isn't anything relevant for them. And we're getting a little off topic, so let me go back to this. Yes, I have Champa, Gogeta Blue, Vados, Vegito Blue, Zenkai, Blue Goku, and more. Perfect. Then Langa, skip UI. You don't need a purple. Purple is not relevant to God Key. It's relevant sometimes, but it's not worth spending so much Chrono Crystals on a banner where you'll get units you don't need. So skip it, Langa. Wait till you see a better banner for UI. And then pull on that. See where you can get a whole bunch of good God Key characters for yourself. Pull on that. So Langa, I know that sucks to hear that, but think of it this way. If you wait, good things come your way. If you spend now, you're going to be feeling bad when they bring out a new Zenkai for your team. Or alternatively, if they bring out a whole bunch of new characters for your team and you don't have the CC to compensate for that as a free-to-play. I say this to you because I know I have a free-to-play account. I have my personal account. I have a free-to-play account. Free-to-play account only summons on women banners because it's a female warriors main team with an android side. So, skip banners that are irrelevant to you. That also means sometimes skipping anniversary banners. Crazy as that sounds, my free-to-play account skipped both. It skipped both anniversary banners. Just ignored them both. Why? Because it was useless for the account. Completely dog shit useless, okay? So just be aware of that. Okay, I'm trying to build my Dragon Ball Sagas team. Well, Zilt, good luck on that. You're going to need, in that case, the new Yamcha and Launch. I hope you have them. I forgot the new LF Broly. I hate Boo. I failed. Yo, Zeno. Yo, Emily, can you send Zeno the link to my advanced guide? So at Zeno and give them my advanced guide. So Zeno, you need to look at my advanced guide and learn how to use the exploits. So I'm gonna send you my advanced guide so you can see it. Anyone that doesn't know how to float, step, or drift needs to learn this, and you need to practice this. This is that's the wrong one, Emily. Yep, that's the right one. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate you. OP Mamba, to answer your question, I would Z7 her. Her stats are over the top when you Z7. UI is easy to deal with. Second, vanish annoying, but defenses are wet toilet paper. ZK Super Saiyan 3. Could you have added Zeno the Omni King too with that? I meant I wanted the with the link so they know that they're the ones. Oh, can I not add? Oh, frig, that sucks. So, Zeno the Omni King. I want you to add them so that they know. Okay, perfect. Thank you. If you play the new Zenkai USTR, personally, I like it since it's like a challenging content. Well, I haven't tried it yet because I am worried that it's just one of those like just try to surpass me type of situations, which I don't think is challenging. I think it's just boring. So Lewis, look at it from my perspective. I want AI that is unpredictable but fair. I want AI that doesn't just get exploited but is OP when you mess up. That's boring AI. It's not good AI creation. It's just lazy. I'm going to hold my reservations about this opinion until I, play it. But I don't have hope that they've actually changed the AI up. I believe that a float step is most likely going to be easy enough to wipe it out. It's just that, what's the point? Do I have a PvP guide? I can make one, Lash. Zeno, if you're not maining either Saiyans or regen, no, don't summon. Unless your focus is on the two new characters and you're playing both teams or one of those teams, do not summon on it. Skip it. Are these Zenkai Awakening Booster 2K Chronicle Crystals characters worth purchasing when they come up? Depends on how far behind you are. If you are a player that already has them 7 stars and you don't have a Zenkai, no. It's not. It's absolutely not a good idea. Don't do it. If you're someone that needs the boost to get to the stars necessary, then yes, it's a good idea. Otherwise, no, don't do it. What game do I like more, Dokkan or Legends? Legends. I like Legends more. That's just a fact. I don't play Dokkan anymore. I play Legends. I thought Z6 was where she gets her broken stats. She does get her broken stats at Z6, but at Z7, you take her stats to the next level. You take her stats to the next level, OP Mamba, at Z7. Z7 refines her and makes her good even when your opponent increases their defenses with stat buffs. That's why you do it. At Z6, it's great at the beginning of the match, but as the match goes on, she'll get tanked. At Z7, you don't have to worry about that anymore. When I first started playing, I didn't know about what YouTubers to watch, so I didn't watch Dragon Ball Legends videos. There you go. Do you think Dragon Ball Saga's team is good? Zilt, honestly, no. They're not good. They are okay. They are irrelevant to the meta, and the reason for it is that they don't have enough good color wheel, good teams to fully represent themselves and really actually play within the game of Dragon Ball Legends. Yo, Zeno, I hope you're watching the thing that we linked for you, the float guide, and learn that. We got a GT banner. I'm getting the tingles. Nairo D, don't hold your breath. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not coming yet. Not yet. Rip my CC. I'm broke then. Yo, OP Mamba, build up that 1K. Get the Z7. You might as well get the Z7. Android 18 is worth the Z7. Anyone that tells you otherwise is pulling your little leggy because they want you to feel better. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to tell you what I'm seeing when I play these characters. Z6 is great until your opponent buffs their defense. And then all of a sudden, she's struggling to deal damage. So I'm just here to, like, let you know that Z7 for Android 18 is quite necessary. But no, Lash, I do not have a PvP guide. I will make one if you guys need one. If you guys truly believe that I should make one for you guys, I will. I know a lot on the technical aspects, even if I can't, like, fully do them myself anymore. But I know Nairo knows that I'm not a bad player. Like, Nairo is a fantastic player. If you guys don't know Nairo, can I toot your horn a little bit? Can I praise you a little bit for your gameplay and your ability to play the game very well? Am I allowed to do that, Nairo? Can you just confirm that I'm allowed to toot your horn and talk praise about you? Just let me know that I'm allowed to praise you. Okay? What's the best team in your opinion? Androids. Androids are the best team. Androids are currently the best team. Like, last buff, it was like last anniversary. Yeah. I'm just waiting for Nairo to answer yes or no. And then after that, I will, you know. Nabil asks, from a free-to-play perspective, isn't Zenkai system good because it guarantees a good character, and with the new Zenkai USTR, it should be easier for free-to-play to build a good team? Yes! Good on you for pointing that out, Nabil. Yes, I agree with that. But now, Nabil, think of it from the free-to-play perspective if you're new. If you're completely new to the game. That's where the problem lies. It's not that it's not free-to-play. It's that it's bad for free-to-play players that are starting the game now. That are just still new. That are only like a month or two in. Or even just today they started. Or a week ago. So, Nabil, yes, you're right. It's good for free-to-play players that have been playing for a while. It's not good for new players. The ceiling is too high. Sure, I guess. So, Nairo D is a top 1K player a lot of the time. Is that correct, Nairo? Sometimes you get top 1K, right? Or even higher than that. I don't know all of his achievements, but from what we've done in tournaments, we've played back and forths. I've taken games from him. He's taken games from me. You guys don't need to know the record. I don't care for the record, honestly. What's the point is Nairo's really good, and I know Nairo knows that I'm good. I play the game well. But I still take a lot of losses, too, because I've also stepped back a little bit. But when I was hosting tournaments, Nairo and I have played. We're both really good at what we do in this game, and he's fantastic. Like, he's just phenomenal at his gameplay. And he's free to play, I believe. Right, Nairo? I'm a top 1 to 3K player, just average PvP player. Yeah, but that's not average, Nairo, right? That's not average. That's not average at all. And that just goes to show. And he's free to play, guys. Yep. Exactly, Nairo. Yep, 100%. But you see, he's a free to play player. And he's getting top 1 to 3K. And he and I go back and forth. We haven't played in a long while, but when we did play, it was a pretty even matchup between the two of us. Okay? So, what I'm trying to say here, what this really was all about was free-to-play players can definitely play in this game. And then other things that I think I wanted to say when it came to, like, Nairo D, is that you guys should just be aware that the game is possible as a free-to-play. It's not really possible at first when you first start out. Nabil says, I wouldn't say it's too high. You should be grinding story and summoning, learning, and when you are ready, Zenkai is the next step to elevate. You shouldn't be getting Zenkais 2 to 3 months in. Nabil, I'm not talking about Zenkais only. I'm talking about having a solid team to be able to play PvP. It's good and fun to say that you can just grind story and grind events. It's good to say that, but you have to realize that you're talking through tinted glasses. And I say this because it does take months. It's not that simple. I wish it were that simple, but this game doesn't make it that simple. Right? So, like I said, you're right about free-to-play friendly. Yes. But not when you first start out. Not even close. Because don't forget, these banners, they're not all there. You can't just summon on, let's say, a specific banner to get a specific tag team. You can't do that. You gotta wait for banners to come out. So depending on when you come to the game, you might not be able to make a good team. You need to farm chrono crystals. You might not make it in time to get all the chrono crystals needed to summon for all the characters you need for the certain amount of stars. You are behind on Z power levels. So multi-Z power that you could have used to further buff your team. You have to wait seasons for the USTR to fully rotate enough so you can get them to Z7. You need to be able to spend chrono crystals on both Zenkais and summonable units in order to get a proper functioning team. If you want to play free-to-play semi-competitively, it's a high ceiling. If you want to play free-to-play, not competitive though, then yeah, you're right. There's no ceiling. Play at your own leisure. Right? Why do you say Legends? Say Legends the way you do. It's funny. I like it, lol. That's one of the reasons I subscribe. Your explanations are entertaining. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, so I call it Legends. Let's talk about why I call it Legends. Why? Okay, 1 second. I need to... Why do I call... Lagans... Legends? Le equals the in French. Get ready for this. It's underwhelming. John equals toilet. S equals S. Beautiful. So, we have the toilets. Is 16 still good? Yes, he's still good. But Android 21 good is arguably better in some case scenarios. Sometimes it's 16. They usually both get to be played on the same team. So right now it's still up in the air about which one's better, but it's kind of changing. John's equals excuses where I come from. So yeah, LeJohns. That's yeah. So S, the S is just there for multiple. Yeah. So LeJohns is why I call it LeJohns. It's a inside joke I had on Twitch when I was playing the game. And then yeah, Damage. I say that a lot because for those of you guys that don't know, I do not speak the English as first language. I do not speak the English as first language. And I forget to say damage sometimes. Why do I say cha-cha? The cha-cha? Because when you do the ratata with the cha-cha-cha, you're doing a little dance. And you're getting down tonight. That's why. Did you write the survey that was released? Yes, I did. I did it on a live stream. Should I save my Super Zenkai whatchamacallits, or do I spend them on Goku or Broly? That's tough. Wait, that's your name, but Super Zenkai whatchamacallits. Do you mean what do you mean by that? Sorry, I actually need you to be specific here, because I'm not aware what you mean by that. So sorry about that. You don't speak English as your first, but you speak it really, really well. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes I do not speak the English, though, as well as I would like to, which is why I have to write scripts for these top 10K videos. And it's why I speak really fast, so I mask my foreignness. Do you think Boo is going to stay in the USTR, and will they add more Zenkais after the reset? Nabil, honestly, I think they're going to remove Boo eventually, and then they're going to reset it with new characters. So no, these characters are not here to stay forever. So, if you want a specific character, farm them now. Oh, from the Rush Metal shop. Oh, okay. Which Goku are you referring to? Oh, you mean the ones that you can 20cc daily them? Personally, no. Ignore them. You can just 20cc daily those Goku. The Goku and the Broly. Farm someone else. Farm someone that actually matters. Because the 20cc daily is a way better deal than spending your hard-earned Rush Metals on characters you already can get for like the next 10 years. Not even worth it. Don't bother that stuff. Do you want to point out what I lose with the team? I'm not perfect. My skills are average. Damage isn't, though. Exactly, Nairo D. But listen, your skills are not average. Listen, if you're willing to grind top 1 to 3K, it's not that your skills are average. It's more so the fact that you understand that there's a commitment to how you play the game and also in terms of the grind. Listen, Nairo, if you were willing to dedicate more of your time to this game, I'm sure you could make top 100. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. For example, guys, I don't know if you know, but there was one viewer in my Twitch streams. He actually ended up being top 1. He became the number 1 player in one of the seasons. Because I was looking at his name, and then I looked at his like little title that he had. He got number 1 top cut. And fun fact, I beat that guy multiple times and even beat him out in my own tournament. And I'm not here to toot my horn and say that he's a bad player. I'm saying that that's how things go in life. And that's what I'm saying, Nairo. Just because you think you're average doesn't mean you're average. It just means that you might not realize how good you actually are, because best of ones are not a good representation of who's actually good at the game. That's why ladder is a joke to me. That's why I don't care for it. No, I know Nairo D. I'm referring to someone else, like for top 1. Should I grind for 2? It was me. No, it was not you. Yeah, definitely. UV is the actual, like, true master of the game. No, I'm kidding. Hi, UV. How you doing? I don't want to name them out, just because of, like, personal reasons. But regardless, for those of you that actually remember him or know him, then he's really good. And I think he has more wins on me than I have on him. Yeah, but the one time we played in a tournament setting, I beat him 2-1 or 2-0. It doesn't matter. Point is, it doesn't matter. But he's fantastic at the game, right? And it's just how it goes. So, Nairo, don't be too hard on yourself. You're really good. It's a great team. I would say go for it. Exactly. Thanks a lot. I'm going to use your team. I'm only missing the movie Pure Vegeta and the Zenkai units part. There we go. Perfect. I'm top 50. Rank beat that. Good job, Lost Nico. Good job. I have 3 Zenkai Broly in my movies team, but fair enough, Abraham. Fair enough. But yeah, that's that. Anyways, let's go back to Just Try to Surpass Me, because I know Vegito was talking about CC and how there was like 200 CC. There might have been, but I don't think so. Guys, do you remember if the last Just Try to Surpass Me had any Chrono Crystals to speak of? But FSK is tanky and does more damage in game. That's funny, Pigeon. You're funny. Wait. FSK. Remind me who FSK is. I can't remember to save my life. Can someone, like, tell me who that is? Because, listen, I'm running on, like, almost no sleep. I'm drinking coffee, guys, and also Kachow. So can someone just, like, not abbreviate FSK for me so I can remember what FSK is? Like, help me out here, guys. Let's see. My brain is dead. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so where the feck is CC? Yeah, the new version was garbage, hot garbage. Where the feck is the CC? And to Gohan. FSK Gohan? Wait, is that the... Oh, LF Gohan Red. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. So he said, but FSK is tanky and does most damage in game. So Ervis, this is true if we're talking about standalone units. This is not true though, however, if we talk about team compositions. Once we get into teams, Super Saiyans outdo anyone in terms of damage. Outdoes everyone in terms of damage. And that's just facts. But you're right. A standalone Gohan is literally the hardest hitting character in the game. Sorry to spam the same question, but you were about to answer my question. Should I grind for 2K Chronos to do Zenkai missions? Oh, Neo Galaxy, I did answer that. Like I said, you only grind 2K Chrono Crystals for Zenkai missions if and only if you don't have enough stars for the character to be Zenkai'd. Otherwise, don't bother with it. Go for the Zenkai banner instead. And only the Zenkai banner. Don't do the missions. I'm doing good, Potato Sensei, but I have to go as I work in the morning. All right, UV, take care. Have a great day, okay? What banner should new free-to-play players should summon on? First, before you even summon on anything, pick a team that you want to main. Next up, so let me actually let's go over this. Oh, whoops. Control Z and let me just uncaps this. Till. Okay, so first off, actually, before pick the team you want to main. That's for step 1. Step 2. Wait until a good step up banner or anniversary banner comes around. Alternatively, wait for a themed banner. Not recommended, though. So, for example, for the option number 2, a good step up banner would be like, still themed. So, themed. Right? So, themed means like, let's say it's featuring androids. That means we know that in the pool of those 2 androids, or 1 android that they're releasing new, they're also putting a whole bunch of other android units. So if you want to main androids, you need to wait for a good step up banner that has a new android plus other androids. Alternatively, wait for an anniversary banner, because usually they make relevant teams literally from anniversary banners alone. And that would be it. Anything else is not worth it. That is for free-to-play players, and that's if you're doing summoning, not if you're doing Zenkais. I got slapped by Bulol. Yo, keep trying, Zeno. You'll get there. Remember when you said there are some Zenkai units who you don't need at Z7? Coincidentally, I'm working on one of that, on one that only needs to be Z3 to be good, aka the Blue Broly. He's like 400 Z power away from Z3. Good luck on that, Lewis. Now, guys, didn't notice the time. Awesome content here. Yo, thank you, Rajai Gupta. I appreciate that. Have a great night, and take care of yourself, okay? Wait for Zenkai or Goku Day. Yeah, and then finally, make sure to budget CC so you have enough for relevant Zenkais in your tag. Meaning, guys, and this is very important, if you're a free-to-play player and you waste all of your Chrono Crystals on a banner, trying to pull every character you can, you're wasting your Chrono Crystals. Don't do that. Stop doing that. That's a bad idea. And I don't want you guys... Oh, I just realized, as my first language, or as a first language. Okay. Make sure to budget CC so you have enough. Yeah. So make sure that your CC spending is controlled. So, for example, if you're going into a summons, I usually budget around like 1 rotation or 2, which is about 4,000 to 8,000 CC. So, let's say you budget 10,000 CC. Example. So example, budget spending 10k CC, meaning don't go over that. From there, use multi Z power in order to buff stars. Because don't forget, you will get those characters again as time goes on. They will come back. Sure, you won't have the highest stats or the highest stars, but as a free-to-play player, it's more important to get your base more so than anything else. And also, you have to be aware to not overspend to the point where you don't have access to Zenkais. Because your Zenkais will matter more than a Legends Limited character. They will matter more than one color missed. They really will. So you really need to at least cover your bases. And then you'll get there. Yo, sounds good, Zeno. Got you. Try that out. Yeah. I know, Abraham. Honestly, sometimes you forget how you got so far in a game like this, but it's okay. And then finally, make... Oh, wait, I already said that, so we're good. This is it. Basically, have a good base team where you can pick up missed characters later. Done. That's it. That's all you need to know for free to play. You need to be aware of not overspending. Broly and Goku are like the best permanent ones. Yep. Yep. Anyways, guys. Overall, my thoughts. The state is bad. I also just try to surpass me. Not actually worth doing as an event. Only interesting if and only if you want to challenge yourself. And also, when I say challenge, quotations. Because it's not a challenging event. It's actually really easy to do. It's super easy. If you're someone like me who understands how to exploit AI, if you can exploit the AI effectively, the event is a joke. Done. Zeno, if you're not running regen, don't spend on the boo. Please don't spend on the boo. Zeno, watch my video. Learn the drift method. Practice the drift method. Do not spend 10k on boo. You're going to leave this game if you do that. I'm already calling it. You will leave this game if you get A, shafted, and B, have spent it, and then realize you could have done it without boo. Don't do that. Just don't do that. When I run Android, can I use blue, yellow, and purple only? You can, but it's much more effective, OP Mamba, to have a green. You really want to counter other blue units. It's all good, Jan Gamer. Don't worry about it. Just thanks for even so much for remembering me and for coming by. I appreciate that. I think they should add some other Zenkai Awakening, like 18 Bardock and my boo. OP Mamba has retracted their message. Cool. So yeah. Overall, this is kind of what I wanted to say. For Just Try to Surpass Me, I'm bothered by the fact that their version of difficult is just broken stats and perfect vanishing. Garbage. Absolute garbage. As someone that loves, like, intense, hard games, this is not a hard game. This is just a very easily exploitable game. And I've also figured out how to cheat on PvP ladder. So let's actually talk about that. The state of the game in terms of cheating. I think that's important. Cheating! In the ladder. PvP. Very important to talk about. Why? Because I discovered it. It's scummy. It's gross. How to fix it? I know that answer. How to do extra damage with your characters? Jan Gamer, what are you referring to specifically? Like, is it like a specific event or just PvP in general for Jan Gamer? Just use the lag switch and win. Pigeon, it's not that simple. It's not that simple, actually. Lag switch is not how people play this game anymore. Lag switch is the past. Lag switching is for those players that don't know the easier exploit. Oh, never mind, OP Mamba. Do you have Android 21 good or no? Thoughts on the Zenkai Red Cooler? Lost Nico, not sure yet. I'll have to go and double check. The reason why I didn't double check it was because I had to do my rant. My rant felt more important than talking about the Zenkai Red Cooler. I might not even talk about him, but I will just say this right away. Honestly, LOE needed a different, it needed not a red unit. They needed a good, like, yellow that wasn't the old Final Form Frieza. They needed a good purple. They didn't need a good... They have movie Frieza, for crying out loud. He's good. He's really good. Oh, so... But, Jan Gamer, how are your equips? How is your team composition? How is... You know... how are your stars? Those also play a factor. You didn't pull her. Okay, well, you can still get away with blue, yellow, purple. You just might struggle a little bit more, OP Mamba. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you. You will struggle a little bit more. Because currently, at the current moment in this game, purple is the worst color in the game. Flat out. And I'm aware I'm saying that while Super Saiyan 3 Goku is rampant. But he has, right now, one of the worst colors in the game. Followed by yellow. Yellow would be the second worst color in the game. I don't really want to explain how to cheat, guys. So there's a reason why I'm not going to explain how to cheat. Why won't I explain how to cheat? Reason? I don't want people feeling like they can do it behind others' backs. Also, another thing, I don't want to be responsible for giving it out. However, what I will say, the answer to this problem, create servers. It's that simple. Have a server for your game. You guys don't know, LeJohn's does not have dedicated servers. Meaning everything PvP-wise is done through player-to-player connection. This means you can easily exploit the connection and fight a bot version of your opponent at any moment in the match. Also means you can grind the ladder only ever fighting bots who are easy to exploit. Yes, Pigeon, you're right. Ironically, purple used to be the best. Yes, exactly. 100%. You got 18 Zenkai 1? She's good at Zenkai 1. She's even better at Zenkai 3 or 6 or 7. Yo, Zeno, that's awesome if you almost killed him. Just keep on at it. You will keep on doing it. Just keep trying, okay? So yeah, this is cheating in the PvP ladder. Started the game 3 months ago. That's good, Quan. That means you're getting closer to being able to play this game even better than before. Anyways, yeah. They need to create dedicated servers. That's the answer to our problems. I know, Quan. I know. It is pretty hard, but you will get there. If you check out some of my other streams, like how to farm chrono crystals effectively, I left you guys a doc, so you guys can see what we were going to be earning this month, and this applies to pretty much every month. The month of February is actually probably one of the worst months for earning chrono crystals, and yet we earn a lot. So Quan, just take a look at that. Yap Young, hello, how you doing? Yeah, I know you were at my last stream. I'm talking to Quan about the whole like how to farm CC in case that they're struggling with that. In case. But yeah, so I think one of the problems with why I don't take PvP seriously is because of these problems. This is why I don't consider Legends as a competitive game, and as a result, don't take the game seriously at all. Period. Done. Oh, why is PvP so RNG based? Because best of ones suck monkey butt. Whoops. No, yeah, best of ones. PvP, RNG, because best of ones suck monkey butt. You could replace, you can replace Super Boo if you want, Zeno. Replace Super Boo. You could easily put in just the Zenkai 1 Goku, Blue Goku, and then just also run your Trunks. Yeah, do that, that's fine. My 14-star Gogeta has survived ult from ZK LF Gohan. Yeah, he would. He would. That's 100% fair. The only times that he won't is, let's say, if ZK is by himself and he got the proper amount of buffs and was able to land a couple of blast cards prior to the ult. Then in that case, yeah, Gogeta's dead. So yeah, that's what's the problem with this game. It's why I don't take it as seriously as I used to. And I say this to you guys knowing that, you know, I would love for this game to be competitive. Don't get me wrong, I would love for this game to become competitive. I would love to, you know, commentate and be a commentator on tournaments because I do know what I'm talking about. I just don't want to participate in that stuff. It's a lot harder to participate in stuff when you got to keep on updating how good you are at the game. And that's just too much for me because I have too many things that I want to do in life, and one of those things isn't being the best. I've already proven that I'm the best at blindfolding myself and playing the game. I've already done that. I don't need to do anything else. I have hit my achievements. What is a healthy level of CCs that we should keep on hand? I would say around like 10k. Reasonably. 10k. I know that sounds crazy, but try to farm till you have more than 10k before you start spending. Just because that way you will be ready for other events. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's actually not that hard to do that. It really isn't. If you spend 2 months actually hardcore grinding, Isaac, you will have over 10k. You'll have about around like 12k, if not more. If for 2 months, if you're grinding properly. So check out my guide, okay? Please check out the guide in the last farming of the CC. If you haven't done that already. If you have, that's great. But that would be a good idea. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nairo, yeah. If he's... Yeah. No, I know Nairo. Like, that's why I said specifically, if it's just the ult alone, chances are Gogeta will survive it. Yeah, that's 100% true. I was just saying if, like, you get a blast or 2 in and then ult, yeah, it's over. Gogeta's dead. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Bro, last stream, you told me to change my team to a tag-based team, and I couldn't reach rank 50. Now I have reached all thanks to you. Yo, Yap Young, that's awesome. Perfect. That's awesome. Listen, I'm here to help you guys. So if you guys have questions, please ask me. Please bombard my comments. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. If you have questions, please ask. Okay? I'm a busy person, but I also make it my point, because of this being my job, to answer you guys, because this is work. It's work I love, though, but it's work, right? So please ask questions. And it's like, and also another thing, I know that, there's a lot of top 10K players. There's a lot of top 1 to 3K players. There's a lot of top 100 players that still come and ask questions, and that's okay. I don't care how good you are at this game. You can always have questions that need answered. You always have questions that need answered. And it is nice to ask someone who can help you. And it's also nice because I ask questions too. Don't think that I don't. I also ask other people questions too. But that's how I get better at answering questions, by learning and by other people learning. If you think that you are done learning in this game, I have news for you. That's your ego thinking otherwise. Your ego should never, ever take advantage of what you think you know. There are things that I don't know in this game too. And that's why I make it a point to learn it if I don't know it. All right? What would you do in a PvP match if your opponent kept vanishing and you couldn't hit them? Agoon? If you can't hit them and they keep vanishing, it means that you are playing predictably. It means that you need to change up how you play. It probably means that you are sidestepping the moment you miss, and then they catch you in the sidestep. It means that you are not switching when you need to be switching when they switch. It means that you don't understand all the aspects to how the game of chess, and I'm saying the game of chess works, and how reaction works. It means that you are not changing up your game style, and they're exploiting it. It means that they, at this current moment, are the better player than you. So in that case, what I would say is take a deep breath, don't get frustrated, and just accept the fact that you're most likely going to lose, but that now you can observe and take away from why you're losing. And as you keep playing and practicing, that will become less and less common. And that's the true answer on that one. Okay, let's see. Bros, I'm rank 50. Should I play or should I stop? Yap Young, it depends on what you want to do. If your goal was just to hit battle rank 50, you can stop right there. If you want to keep going and see how well you can do, keep going. Just remember, if you're playing this for fun, don't take the fun away from you. So that means don't set goals, just play for fun. And if you happen to hit a goal that could become a goal later on in time, do it. Let's see. I'm top 10K and I'm still learning. There you go, Shu. Yeah. How do you react in or what do you do when you fight a player in PvP that exploits the staying close, sidestepping once, and attacking again to keep your character stuck in a 10+ hit combo? Isaac, perfect. They stay close. They sidestep once. Guess what? If they're doing that a second time, they're trying the same combo on you. Exploit it. Fun fact, guys. Every 20 seconds, every 20 timer counts in your PvP gameplay, you need to be changing up how you play. I can't even stress this enough. If you keep on playing the same pattern, your opponent is literally asking to lose. Like, that's just straight up. Isaac, your question just automatically tells me that your opponent is playing the exact same way every single frickin' time. Meaning, at that point, I gotta ask you, why on the second time that they do that, why didn't you exploit that? Why didn't you, on their sidestep, click a strike cards art and just catch them? Why didn't you just reverse that on them? Right? And that's fair. And I'm not saying that you're bad or that you're like, you did make a mistake in that case, but it just goes to show that you didn't really think about it fully, right? And that's okay. That's a good question to ask. It's a great question to ask, actually. That's an exploit. That's called that now you can actually counter them because they're playing the exact same way every single time they're going to catch you in a 10+ combo. So after the first one, now you know. They come close, they do the sidestep, that's when you click the strike arts. And now you have reversal. And if they keep on trying to do the same thing, now you can just kick their Toshi. All right, take care, Samuel. Have a great day, and I will see you, okay? I'll see you later. What tag do I use? I use specifically Sun Family and Female Warriors. Those are my two main tags. I don't play almost anything else. Anything else that you see me play, it's for fun. It's just for fun. Sun Family and Female Warriors are my two main tags. I don't really go into anything else anymore. How many crystals should you mine per day? That's harder to answer, Longa. If you are doing, because it depends, right? But per month, I can answer that. Per month, you should be farming around like 6,000 chrono crystals. At minimum, per month. So Longa, to answer your questions, minimum per month, 6,000 Chrono Crystals. Per day, there's no actual basis for that. But Samuel, have a great day, okay? And take care of yourself. So yeah. That's actually everything that I would say. Isaac, when it comes to PvP, if your opponent is repetitive, constant repetition of the same moves over and over and over again, it means you have an exploit. If they keep on changing up how they play every 20 seconds, you have a very experienced player. And when you have a very experienced player, either you are at the same skill or have better reaction timing than them, or they are going to destroy you. I opened a summon and I got Majin Buu good. I'm so triggered. All right. Quan says, I have an Android Team 1821 Blue Zenkai 5 and Kefla 7-star. It worked pretty well, but I think it's just my lack of experience. Yeah, it's a pretty good team. Honestly, it would be better if your Android 21 Blue was Zenkai 7. Obviously, but fine at 5, I guess. And then Kefla 7-star. I'm assuming you do not have Android 21 good. If you do, I would honestly recommend that you use her instead. But I understand the need to use Kefla considering you have her at 7 stars. If you do have 21 good, I would say boost her stars with multi-Z power. If not, keep with Kefla. Kefla is a good character. She's just older, and she has aged a little too much at this point that she kind of sometimes struggles to do damage. But she is a good character, don't get me wrong, and she's great for flipping combat loops. So, I'm on rank 32. Fair enough. So you haven't really reached the higher ranks where you're going to start to see how Kefla has actually aged. Just saying. My YouTube profile pic is hilarious. Yeah, that was me when I was squatting. So that my partner took a picture of me while I was squatting, called me a squat master while I was making, and I was yawning at the time too. That was a yawn. And yeah, we took a picture, we enlarged that, and we called that the potato. And yeah, ever since then, it's just been there. Is Blue Jita at 3 stars good on my future team, or should I put in Zamasu? Blue Jita? Oh, yeah, I know you're... Yeah, no, use Blue Jita. Don't use Zamasu. You can put both of them on the team, realistically. Like, you can use Zamasu as a buffer. Just, I would say Blue Jita, as in Super Saiyan Blue Future Vegeta, is a better character, just hands down, than Zamasu. I'm sorry to say it. For those of you that love his cover change and love his, this is divinity, it's not better than just try to surpass me. You know? Just saying. How do I get multi-Z power? Or how do I get Z power for event units? So Zeno, I have another guide for that. So check out my YouTube. Check out my multi-Z power guide on my YouTube. There's a lot of videos that you need to watch in that case because I've got a ton to help you. I've got tons. So maybe make it like something of yours to watch a couple of my guide videos so you really get the basis on how to play this game more effectively. Because I have a lot of stuff that I can help you with, and I'm still coming out with more stuff. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for my stream today. Next time when we talk, we're going to be talking about how to improve PvP equipment. We're also going to talk about PvE and how to get better at that too. So we're going to cover both things. Reason why is because with equipment, despite it having a lot of content, we're only going to dive a little bit into it. And the reason for it is because equipments could take days. And I want to cover multiple things if I can, at least 2 things per stream, if possible. All right? And that's just how it goes. But with that being said, I think for now we're going to stop right here. I'm just going to answer the last 2 questions that I have on here, and then I will go from there. Pigeon says, do I replace Rose Red by Zamasu then? The only need for him is his strike buff Z ability for Z7 God Vegeta. Yeah, so I would replace Rose. Honestly, you don't need Rose. I hope you have the Revival Cell. He's way better. What team can I put Gogeta Blue either than how? On God Key. So you can put Gogeta Blue on God Key if you want. He's also good on Sagas from the movies. He's also good on Fusion Warriors. You can put him on any of those teams. Yeah. So there you go. And how do I feel about the new Ultra Space Time Rush? Basically, my video rant explains it. But overall, it's good for, like, not new free-to-play players. And it's bad for veteran players. And it's bad for, like, actually new players. And that's that. Anyways, guys, that's the stream for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream or the next video. And also, guys, have yourselves a salty day because I like saying salty day. It's great. Anyways, take care, guys, and I will see you.